Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and incredibly valuable pennies ever minted in the United States of America. It's the legendary 1995 Ultra Lincoln Cent, the 1-cent coin that could turn your pocket change into a $442 jackpot, or even more depending on its condition, rarity, and demand. You might be holding this small copper gem right now without even realizing it's worth way more than just 1 cent. So don't blink, don't scroll away, and don't throw away that old penny just yet, because by the end of this video, you might just be inspired to go coin hunting in your own home, your piggy bank, your wallet, or even your local flea market. Let's uncover the full story, the historical secrets, the mind-blowing value, and the shocking demand of the 1995 Ultra Lincoln penny, the Lincoln Cent. It's one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Before that, American coins only showed symbolic images of liberty, eagles, shields, and stars. But the Lincoln penny? It started something new. A tribute not just to a symbol, but to a man, the 16th President of the United States, the great emancipator, Abraham Lincoln. And since 1909, this penny has undergone several design changes, material compositions, and countless errors and varieties, each one with its own fascinating story and collector value. Now let's jump forward to the year 1995, the year of a modern-day penny legend. It may seem like an ordinary coin, small and copper-colored like all the rest, but in truth, the 1995 Ultra Lincoln penny hides a secret that has made it one of the most talked about and hunted coins among collectors across the globe. Why? Because certain 1995 Lincoln cents contain a rare error, a striking difference, and a level of detail that separates them from the millions of others produced in the same year. It's known among collectors as the 1995 double-die Lincoln Cent, a mistake that became a masterpiece. To understand the magic behind this coin, we have to go behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint. Coins are made by pressing a blank metal disc called a planchet between two engraved dies. But sometimes, during the die-making process, a die receives an extra impression that's slightly off alignment. When this flawed die is then used to strike coins, every coin it creates shows a doubled image, especially visible in the lettering and numbers. That's exactly what happened in 1995. Some of the dies at the Philadelphia Mint were created with a misalignment, and as a result, a number of Lincoln cents from that year show dramatic doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the 1995 date. And that's when the coin world went wild. When collectors discovered this doubling, demand exploded. Suddenly, a coin worth 1 cent was being sold for $20, $50, even $200 in uncirculated condition. As time passed, and fewer high-quality examples remained in circulation, the prices went even higher. Today, a verified 1995 double-die Ultra Lincoln Cent in mint-state condition, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can fetch over $400, with some sales hitting as high as $442 or more. And that's just the start. Imagine finding a perfect, untouched example with deep luster, sharp edges, and flawless strike. That could push the value up toward $500 or even $1,000, especially in today's red-hot coin market where rare errors are in high demand. So what's driving these prices today? It's the combination of rarity, demand, and condition. Collectors are always looking for striking errors, limited releases, and historical oddities, and the 1995 Ultra Double Die Lincoln Penny checks all the boxes. A circulated 1995 Double Die cent in average condition still sells for $20 to $50. An uncirculated MS-64 red example recently sold at auction for $312. A certified MS-65 red bright, original mint luster, and full detail has sold multiple times in the $400 to $442 range. And if you somehow find a full red MS-67, that's a near-perfect coin. It could fetch well over $1,000, depending on the auction house and buyer competition. Now the big question: how can you find one of these coins? Start by checking every 1995 penny in your collection, change jar, or wallet. But be careful, the doubling is very specific, and there are many fakes out there. Look closely at the word liberty. The letters should appear doubled, especially the B, E, and R. Next, examine I. In God We Trust. You'll notice clear doubling on the G, O, and D. Finally, look at the date. The digits in 1995 should show visible shadowing or thickening. If you think you've found one, it's worth getting it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. A certified grade massively increases the value and buyer confidence. Whether you're a casual collector, a coin roll hunter, or someone who just loves hidden treasures, the 1995 Ultra Lincoln cent is one coin you don't want to overlook. Keep an eye out at flea markets, garage sales, coin shows, estate sales, or even when you're buying groceries. You never know when one of these copper beauties might cross your path. And remember, every great coin story begins with a little curiosity, a lot of passion, and a sharp EYE.so. Don't underestimate that humble penny. Because the 1995 Ultra Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a minting miracle, and possibly a mini fortune in the palm of your hand. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're going to start checking your pennies after this video. And always remember, the next coin you find could change your life. This is signing off. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep believing, because legends are made of metal. Would you like a version with timestamps, voiceover tone suggestions, or a thumbnail title next? Today, you're about to discover a story so exciting, so astonishing, it might just make you rush to check your pocket change or old coin jars. Because hiding in plain sight, disguised as an ordinary copper-colored coin, is a treasure that could be worth hundreds of dollars, maybe even more. That's right. We're talking about the 1991 1-cent Lincoln penny, a coin that many people ignore, toss aside, or leave at the bottom of their drawers. But guess what? Some of these 1991 pennies are now worth up to $442 or more, depending on their condition, variety, and grading. Stick with me until the end of this video, because we're diving deep into its hidden history, the surprising minting details, the rare variations, and why this little 1-cent coin has caught the attention of collectors and auctioneers across the United States and beyond. Now buckle up, because the 1991 Ultra Lincoln cent is about to blow your mind. Let's take it all the way back to where it began. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, not a fictional symbol, not Lady Liberty, but a real, flesh and blood person who shaped the nation. Victor David Brenner was the designer behind the iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, the front side, of the penny. And while the design has seen a few changes over the decades, Lincoln's face remains the longest-running portrait on any U.S. coin in circulation. Fast forward to 1991, a year of significance, not just in global events like the Gulf War and the dawn of the Internet age, but also in the world of numismatics. That year, millions of Lincoln cents were minted, but not all were created equal. Among them were ultra Lincoln pennies, extremely sharp, deeply struck coins with mirror-like finishes and exceptional detail. These coins were typically proof or specimen strikes, created with great care for collectors, and they'd become legendary for their clarity, condition, and yes, their value. Why would a 1-cent coin from 1991 be worth over $442 today? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, variety, and minting errors. Let's break this down. Condition. Grading is everything. The value of any coin skyrockets when it's in excellent condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A 1991 Lincoln penny graded MS-68 or higher is extremely rare and highly sought after. Only a tiny fraction of pennies survive in such pristine condition after over 3 decades. Proof coins and special strikes. Some 1991 pennies were minted as proof coins, special issues for collectors. These are struck multiple times with polished dies, giving them a crisp design and mirror-like fields. The 1991 S-proof Ultra Cameo Lincoln cents, in particular, can command premium prices at auction. Mint marks and locations. In 1991, Lincoln cents were minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from San Francisco were primarily proof coins. The S-Mint 1991 Ultra Cameo Proof Lincoln cents are especially collectible and can be worth over $100 alone in high grades. But those with flawless strike and perfect preservation? Their value climbs steeply. Error coins, the goldmine of numismatics. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some 1991 pennies feature rare errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, or struck on the wrong planchet. Even minor errors can boost the value significantly, sometimes up to $300 to $500 or more depending on rarity and demand. Popularity and market demand. Coin collecting has exploded in popularity thanks to YouTube, TikTok, and online auctions. As more people hunt for valuable coins, the demand and price of rare specimens like the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny keeps rising. A 1991 D Lincoln penny graded MS-68 read by PCGS sold for $446 at a public auction. That's right, a 1-cent coin, sold for nearly $500. A 1991 S Ultra Cameo Proof Lincoln cent graded PR70 DCM, a perfect score, sold for over $125, thanks to its mirror-like surfaces and sharp detail. A rare error coin, a 1991 cent struck off-center by 25%, was auctioned for over $350, just because it was a minting mistake. That means you might have a fortune sitting right in your house, waiting to be discovered. Alright, now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Grab your magnifying glass, your gloves, and maybe a flashlight. Here's how to check. If you check the date and mint mark, look closely under the date. If there's a D, it came from Denver. If there's an S, it's likely a proof. No mint mark? That's Philadelphia. All three can be valuable in the right condition. Look at the details. Is the coin shiny and well struck? Are the design elements crisp, especially Lincoln's hair, the beard, and the words "I in God we trust" and "Liberty"? The better the detail, the more likely it is worth something. Examine for errors. Use a jeweler's loupe to check for double die errors, center strikes, or unusual shapes. Weigh the coin. A standard 1991 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams if it's made of copper-plated zinc. If yours weighs more, it might have been struck on a different metal planchet, a rare and valuable minting error. Send it for grading. If you believe you have something special, send your coin to PCGS, NGC, or NX. A professional grade can unlock its true value on the market. Coins like the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny are more than just spare change. They are tiny time machines holding within them history, legacy, and the craftsmanship of an era. Collecting coins connects us to the past, educates us on the economy, teaches patience, and can even build wealth. Whether you're a beginner looking through pocket change or an expert hunting rare errors, the world of coin collecting is rich with surprise and adventure. And the best part? You don't need thousands of dollars to start. You might already have a treasure hiding in your couch cushions. So, if you have a 1991 penny, don't just toss it in the jar. Take a second look. Because what seems like a worthless coin could actually be worth hundreds of dollars or even more in the right market. If you learned something today, or if you're excited to go check your change jar, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video where we reveal more hidden gems in the world of coins that could be worth a fortune. Drop a comment below if you found a 1991 Lincoln penny and let us know what mint mark you have. Who knows, you might be holding the next $442 coin in your hand right now. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and as always keep checking your change. Would you like a thumbnail title or video tags to go with this script?